tune in. It has begun. Right now, in this very second, as your eyes scan these words, the clock is already ticking. This is not a forecast. This is not a prediction. This is an energetic transmission, an activation code your soul has been waiting for centuries to receive. Your entire life, every fall, every rise, every tear, and every smile was just a prelude to this moment. The inevitable is approaching. On November 2nd, the portal of the void will crack reality open, and this event is not a threat, but a promise. Feel the air around you. It's different. Dense, heavy, as if charged with ozone before a storm. This is not a storm outside. It is the storm within. The fabric of reality you once knew has worn thin. It is tearing at the seams. And through those tears, the light of a new world is already breaking. You are standing on the threshold. You are standing on the very edge of the greatest transformation. And this transmission is your key, your pass, your permission to enter. Breathe. Just breathe. And listen not with your mind, but with your heart. The heart knows. It has always known. You feel it in your body. This strange, mercurial, cellular fatigue that washes over you in waves and cannot be cured by sleep. Do not fight it. Your body isn't sick. It is shedding old energetic shells, like a snake sheds its skin. This is not just fatigue. It is a great detoxification at the atomic level. You notice the fog in your mind, as if the finest silken veil has descended upon your consciousness. Thoughts get tangled. Words slip away. This is not weakness. This is your old, limited mind, disconnecting from power, yielding to pure knowing, to intuitive feeling. Your body is vibrating. Sometimes it's a barely noticeable tremor in your limbs. Sometimes a powerful internal hum, as if an invisible motor has started inside. This is not your nerves. This is your personal frequency attuning to the new frequency of the earth. Your palms tingle or grow hot. Your centers of creation are awakening. You shift between chills and hot flashes for no apparent reason. This is karmic debris being burned away, old contracts and attachments incinerated. And that quiet, high-pitched, almost inaudible ringing in your ears. It is not tinnitus. It is the sound of the universe's tuning fork, aligning you. I repeat, your body is not breaking. It is remembering its original divine blueprint. Your soul is on the same roller coaster. You feel bouts of causeless, chilling anxiety that tightens your solar plexus into a knot. This is not your fear. You, as a sensitive receiver, are picking up the agony of the old world, the collective terror of those clinging to the illusion. And the next moment, with no transition, a wave of crystalline, almost childlike optimism washes over you. These are glimpses of the new reality, its fragrance, its promise, seeping through the cracks in the old matrix. You cry. Tears flow on their own when you listen to music, look at the clouds, or simply sit in silence. This is not sadness. Your body is releasing accumulated pain through water, cleansing your emotional reservoirs. You sense that something enormous, something inevitable is about to happen. This is not fantasy. This is your intuition screaming the truth at you. And those sudden, incinerating flashes of anger, seemingly directed at trivial things. This is your system deleting the corrupted files of lies and injustice. The void portal on November 2nd is not just an astronomical phenomenon. It is a cosmic spotlight, dragging everything hidden in the darkest basements of your subconscious into the light, so it can be healed and released. To understand what is happening, forget everything you thought you knew. This is not a punishment or a reward. This is the great resonant cascade. Imagine that your soul, your true essence, possesses a unique, pure, original frequency, like a perfect note, sounding in the silence of space. But over years of life in this dense world, that note has been drowned out by noise. Fears, doubts, resentments, other people's opinions, social programming. All of this created a layer of dissonance, of static, around your true frequency. You stopped hearing yourself. You began to believe that you were that noise. The void portal opening on November 2nd is not a hole into nothingness. Quite the opposite. It is a point of absolute silence, a universal tuning fork that will absorb all that noise. And when this dissonant layer is erased, your original pure frequency will, for the first time in ages, be able to sound at its full strength. It will resonate with your cells, your thoughts, your feelings, and trigger a chain reaction, a cascade that will rebuild your entire reality according to your true song. This is a total reset of the pain matrix and a return to the Creator's factory settings. Why now? Why is this happening to you? Because a critical mass has been reached. Your soul has suffered enough. Your consciousness has awakened enough. You are ready. And the planet you live on is itself changing its core vibrational frequency, creating the perfect conditions, the perfect amplifier for your personal resonant cascade. The energy approaching on November 2nd is radically different from anything you have experienced before. This is not a gentle, lulling wave. It is a fiery, surgically precise stream of absolute silence that acts as a laser scalpel of light. It doesn't heal what is false, it severs it. This is not evolution. It is a quantum leap, inevitable and total. The old system cannot be repaired. Its operating system is hopelessly outdated and infected with viruses of fear. It must be completely deleted so that a new one can be installed on a clean field. And you gave your consent to this long before you were born. Your current anxiety and fatigue are just the hum of the old server before its final shutdown. You already see the proof everywhere if your eyes are open. The signs are no longer whispering, they are screaming. And these aren't just trivial tech glitches. It is something much deeper. You notice sudden, unexplainable scents in the air, the aroma of incense, ozone, or a blooming garden where there can be none. These are the olfactory harmonics of the new reality. You hear the silence. It has ceased to be just the absence of sound. It has become dense, velvety. It sounds. It vibrates. It fills you. You see how the light is changing? Shadows seem deeper, and sunbeams more conscious, as if they carry information within them. Animals are behaving differently. They stare for long periods at a single point, into emptiness, because they see what is still hidden from your eyes. The streams of energy, thickening before the breakthrough. Music you've heard 100 times suddenly makes you weep, because you are hearing not the notes, but the codes embedded within it. The great resonant cascade is already sending its first ripples, like circles on water, changing the very physics of your perception. Your reality is preparing for a complete reassembly. The proof within you is even more undeniable. Your body, your inner sage, is beginning to speak to you in a new language. Your taste buds are changing. Food you used to love seems tasteless, dead. You are irresistibly drawn to clean, living food, to water, to things that carry light. Your body is physically rejecting low vibrations. Alcohol, sugar, and heavy foods cause not just discomfort, but a reaction similar to poisoning. Your system is raising its frequency and is no longer compatible with what lowers it. Your intuition is sharpening to the level of a superpower. You just know. You know who is calling before the phone rings. You know what a person will say before they open their mouth. Your inner compass, which was covered in the dust of doubt, now shines, and its needle points infallibly to the truth. And your dreams, they have become different, more vivid, tangible, almost real. In your sleep, new information archives are being unpacked. Your nervous system is undergoing training and calibration for life in the new reality, in conditions of pure resonance. Changes in relationships are the clearest and sometimes most painful sign. People who have been part of your life for years are beginning to disappear. It happens without drama, without quarrels. Your paths simply diverge. Topics of conversation run dry. Meetings cancel themselves. The river of your life is changing its course, and they remain on the old bank. Do not cling to them. The great resonant cascade is severing ties based on karmic debts, manipulation, and incompatible frequencies. Wearing social masks is becoming physically unbearable. You feel nausea, suffocation, when you try to be someone you are not, or interact with those who are insincere. Your body can no longer lie. And most importantly, you are starting to physically feel the lies of others. It feels like cold, like dissonance in the space, like an unpleasant smell or taste in your mouth. Your energy system, tuning itself to pure resonance, instantly detects any false tone, any static discharge. It seeks only pure harmony. Your reality is deleting incompatible files. Let's talk about what worries your mind. Money, the flow of abundance. All programs of poverty, scarcity, lack, and the struggle for survival. This is not your essence. These are virus programs, written onto your hard drive in early childhood and amplified by the collective field of the old matrix. They create a constant background of low-frequency noise that blocks your true frequency, the frequency of limitless creation. The Great Resonant Cascade, which will peak on November 2nd, is the most powerful antivirus stream you have ever received. It doesn't just treat the symptoms, it formats the drive itself, burning out this malicious code at its foundation. You will stop chasing money. You will remember at a cellular level that you are not a receiver. You are the source. You are the generator of reality. And when your frequency becomes clear, free from the static of need and fear, the flow of abundance will open by itself, from the most unexpected places, because the universe always responds to a clear signal, to a clear request. It just couldn't hear you through all the noise. Now, it can. And now, about love, the very thing your heart longs for. Your heart is not just an organ. It is a powerful biomagnetic resonator, but it is covered in scars from past wounds, cracks from disappointments, dust from loneliness. This layer of dissonance causes it to attract not what it needs for happiness, but what resonates with its pain. You weren't attracting whole partners, but halves, just as wounded, hoping that two traumas would create one whole. But it doesn't work that way. The Great Resonant Cascade is a delicate laser operation on your heart. The stream of absolute silence and purity is cleansing all the layers of old pain from your heart's magnet. Toxic, karmic connections that are still reaching for you with ethereal threads will simply fall away, evaporate. And when your heart is calibrated to its true, pure frequency of self-love, it will begin to attract that same pure resonance. Not a savior, not a student, but another creator. It will not be a dance of dependence, but a dance of two free, shining universes that have decided to create together. And most importantly, your sense of self, your inner essence, that background noise, that eternal anxiety in the depths of your consciousness, that quiet voice whispering that something is wrong with you, that you are not good enough, that you are not coping. it will disappear. Not just quiet down, but be erased. In its place will come a deep, ringing inner silence. But this will not be the silence of emptiness. It will be the silence of fullness, of absolute harmony, when every cell in your body knows it is in its right place. You will gain a diamond-like clarity of mind. The fog will lift, and you will see the essence of things, the essence of people, the essence of situations, instantly and without error. Your true creative power will awaken, not to survive, but to play, to create, to enjoy the process of being. This is your new operating state, the state of the Creator. It is as if in the house where you lived your whole life with the shutters closed, all the windows have suddenly been thrown open to the sun and the fresh wind. This is the homecoming, the return to yourself. But there is a price, the price for this ticket to the new reality, and that price is total surrender. Before the great resonant cascade reaches its peak, the system must delete all old, corrupted files. And this process is a fiery purification. It is necessary. You cannot build a new, shining temple on a rotten, moldy foundation. The foundation must be burned clean. In the days leading up to November 2nd, and especially on that day, everything you have so carefully hidden will rise from the depths of your subconscious. All the pain, all the fear, all the rage, all the guilt. It will be like a fever before the healing. Your body may ache. Emotions will be overwhelming. You may feel completely lost, broken, alone. Do not be afraid of this fire. It is not here to destroy you. It is here to liberate you. It burns only your prison bars. Go into it. Breathe through it. Allow it to do its work. It is in this moment of fiery purification that you will face the final exam. Your shadow, your ego, the part of you that is accustomed to the old matrix of suffering, will scream in panic. It will do everything to stop the process, and it will use the outside world as a mirror. People around you, even the closest ones, may unconsciously begin to test you. They will provoke you, push your most painful buttons, devalue your experience, try to drag you into old dramas and conflicts. They will broadcast the very low-frequency noise you are clearing. This is the most important test. Will you maintain the state of the observer? Or will you get drawn back into the game, drain your precious energy into the black hole of the old matrix, and cancel the installation of the new software? This is a deep cleaning before the most important guests arrive. Do not let anyone scatter trash in your cleansed home. So, what should you do during these decisive hours, especially on November 2nd? The answer is paradoxically simple. Nothing. Your task is not to do, but to be. Become the total, loving, compassionate observer. Imagine you are sitting on a high bank, watching a turbulent river carry all the debris of your past life. Old logs of resentment, plastic bottles of fear, dirty foam of doubt. You do not jump into this river. You do not try to stop it. You simply observe as it carries it all away. Be in maximum silence. Disconnect from the phone, the news, the external noise. Your system is undergoing a delicate calibration, and it needs silence. Drink plenty of pure water. Water is a liquid crystal, the perfect conductor for the new energy codes that will be downloaded into your cellular structure. And most importantly, trust the process completely. Even if it hurts, even if it is scary, breathe through it. Your higher self is conducting this process. Do not interfere. There are things you absolutely must not do during these days. This is critical. First and foremost, do not enter into conflict. Any argument, any quarrel, any judgment is a voluntary connection to the old, agonizing matrix. It is an immediate rollback to the old operating system. You will simply cancel the download. Second, do not try to analyze what is happening with your mind. Your old processor is incapable of understanding the files of the new reality. It will perceive them as a threat and trigger panic, a system error. Turn off the analyst. Move your consciousness from your head to your heart. Third, do not cling to the old. Not to people, not to habits, not to beliefs that will begin to leave. If the universe is trying to take an old, dirty toy from your hands, it means it has prepared a treasure for you. But your hand must be empty to receive this gift. Do not drain the priceless energy of transformation into the black hole of the past. Your future requires all of your attention. And when it is all over, when the peak of the resonant cascade has passed, a silence will fall. But it will be a completely different silence. Deep, full, peaceful. You will feel an incredible lightness in your body, as if a heavy spacesuit you've worn your entire life has been removed. You will feel absolute clarity in your mind. The world around you won't have changed, but you will see it with entirely different eyes. Vibrant, alive, full of wonder and possibility. The great resonant cascade will be complete. Your system will be rebooted. Your original, pure frequency activated and stabilized. You will be like a perfectly tuned musical instrument that can finally play its unique, divine melody. There will no longer be inner conflict. There will only be flow. There will only be creation. There will only be life in its purest, unclouded form. Welcome home. You are the creator. You are